in every Tuesdays between 7 and 8 p.m. for an educational evening exclusive to Radio Al Ansar.
Your education is a dress rehearsal for a life that is yours to lead.
Masi sondele, masi sondele, ah, ila no tolo, yelele.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to School Matters with me, Sumaya Khan. Yes, alhamdulillah, our matrics are they completed their exams today. The stress of writing is finally over, but now a different kind of pressure begins. The emotional and mental stress of waiting for your results. For many learners, this waiting period is filled with anxiety, sleepless nights, self-doubt, and constant pressure from family, society, and even themselves. It's quite, kind of stressful that it often goes unnoticed, but it's very real. They don't really express it, but right now, sitting at home, if you're listening to me and you're waiting the outcome of your results, we know that it's constantly on your mind. Tonight, we shine a light on the matric mental health check-in because results are important, but our children's well-being matters even more. We talk about the emotional roller coaster matric faces, how to recognize the signs of anxiety, and how parents can support their children during this crucial time. We'll also hear from students and experts about healthy ways, to cope, to unwind, and rebuild confidence. So stay tuned, stay connected, and let's check in on the hearts and minds of our matric, because their journey doesn't end with the last exam paper. Yes, our grade 12 learners, the matric mental health check-in. Are you coping or just surviving? Our matric minds matter. Let's talk about, your sleep and sanity. The exams are over. So how are you really coping? Matric pressure pulse. Your well-being matters too. Are you taking care of yourself? Well, we're going to breathe, reflect, reset. The real mental results we don't talk about. What's heavy on your mind? Well, today we're going in to check in how our matric learners are doing. Online, we are linking up with the Deputy Principal of Centenary, Mr. Raymond Pillay. Welcome to School Matters.
Hi, Sumaya. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on board. Even though the matric learners, are they officially finished today?
Yes, my learners finished today. I think many learners would have finished today. Tomorrow is IT, information technology rewrites. So we don't have any rewrites.
Okay. I think quite a few schools finished today.
Yeah, I think majority of them.
So, besides our grade 12 learners and parents of 2025 stressing, I know you guys, educators, principals, management, are also stressing the outcome of the results and just keeping fingers crossed that, your school has a 100% pass rate and everything is all going good. What is the stresses right now from an educator's point of view? Especially the grade 12s.
Firstly, I think from the educator's point of view, from staff, management, it's a bit of relief that we are over. We've passed this hurdle of the matric exams. The examination process was a highly technical one. It has also been stressful because if we are aware, KZN has the most number of irregularities in terms of historical point of view. So it's to get past that and not to have any irregularity at our school. And when learners are caught cheating and copying, in the next 3 years or next 3 to 4 exams, they can't write. It's another stressful period for them. So I'm so happy that many of them, and I say to them, you've done well, you've worked hard, just do your best. And at the end of all this, your results will speak. So I'm just happy. I think I'm part of our school as well, the staff, the invigilators. It was stressful because we had monitors every day at school, making sure that the processes are followed, and we follow procedure in terms of the way the papers are released at the nodal point, comes to school, the security issues, and after the invigilation, the bags are packed and sent back. Principal takes it back. So it's a long process, not just the writing part of it. So I think I'm happy that there are no irregularities in terms of the matric exams. Then comes part 2. Now the marking process starts. So most of our markers, senior markers, the chiefs, deputy chiefs for examination, they'll be going to the marking centers from Friday. So it'll be a vigorous process, and Lucy, the oversight body, will also be involved. And by the 12th and 13th of January is where the stress, that real stress, will be seen.
Yeah.
So, I think for us, relief for the matric child. I think when I was in the room today, I could see the anxiety. It was sad as well, knowing that this is the last cohort of learners that we're going to see in grade 12, who we've got very close to. And that relationship was so good that now they realize that this is the last paper, it's the last day of school. So I indicated to them that it's not the last day of their lives. They should be responsible in what they do. And there's other hurdles to get over.
Mm-hmm.
But you could see anxiety, sadness. Some are excited in terms of the last paper. So it's mixed emotions, but also stressful. I think it's stressful in terms of they knew they were in a school environment, they knew what they expected, and now they're on their own.
Totally on their own.
So when you spoke about parents who come in now, as they need to read the learners, their children, to look for signs, to make sure their mental health is good. And an idle mind is a devil's workshop.
True.
So they need to ensure that their learners are engaged. If they can get a part-time job, if they can start looking at prospectus, future studies, things to now start spurring them on to the next part of the journey.
Raymond, they say parent support during this time, or caregivers or guardians, is so vital. While the learners are waiting for the results, it can be more stressful than writing the exams. And they also say, you are in this and you see this every single year. This is a time when learners need to calm, empathy and reassurance from home. And their parents and caregivers and families play a very major role in protecting this grade 12 learner, this child, this young adult's mental health during this period. And one won't think about it. We'll always say the stress was studying and the stress was writing the exam and waiting for the results. But in that interim, so much goes down. You sometimes constantly asking about the results and that emotional reassurance, like you'll ask someone, you think I passed?
Yes.
And so it's quite long, because when would the results be released in January?
On the 12th, 13th of January.
Okay.
After the national awards, and then that evening, and then the following day,
Yeah.
the morning, the schools will receive their results. Principal pick it up, and then that's the time that we start celebrating. It's quite stressful for the learners because they want to know, hey, we've been successful. Where they put in a lot of work. They've done postmortems in terms of how the papers were and expecting good results. So that day will be very emotional for them. But also, is our learners and our parents must understand we're all not on the same page in terms of our academic achievements, etc. We do our best.
That's so important.
And I think, yes, they have done the best. And that is what they need to accept. You can't be, all of you can't be getting A's then, So if they've done the best, they will get the good results. And I think that's important.
Yeah.
So you can't compare themselves with other people and be disappointed and go into depression, etc. Because there are other ways now of improving your results as well.
Exactly.
So it's not all the stress of saying, hey, I've done badly here, that's the end of the world. No. So to help you, there are strategies that the department has created to assist our learners. So one, if you did not achieve in subject, then you can rewrite your subject next year. If you feel that, I should have got 70, 80% in this paper. But I don't know what happened. I got 50%. You can say for remarking, you can rewrite as well, because you want to improve your mark. The percentage that appears on the statement of results is something that will stay with the learner for life. So some of our learners are used to this studying, they're used to the discussion of assessments, etc. They continue and they improve the results. So it's not the end of the world. If a learner did not achieve in one or two subjects, yes, there is a way to improve, and but they would be out of the system. You see, because the place now is, they've made place now for the next cohort of grade 12s. So if the grade 11 moved to grade 12, and then the 11 moved to 10 moves to 11, 9 to move, and then the whole the education sector is moving. So in terms of our learners, the mental health which we speak about now is not the end of the world, right? So there are ways. There are also some schools that they give learners an opportunity to rewrite. They give tuition, etc. So it gives them a chance.
True.
So nothing is cast in stone or that. Okay.
Raymond, we have a matric learner from Orient, Saifullah Khan, who just wrote his exams. Assalamu alaikum. Yes, so no more getting up early in the morning and no more going to school, Saifullah.
Yeah, no more doing all that.
Okay. Do you have younger siblings?
Yeah, I do have younger siblings.
So you're probably teasing them. Yes, you still got to go to school, get up early in the morning.
I can sleep the whole morning if I want to.
Yeah. So I have online also the deputy principal of Centenary. So we're just chatting about mental health and check-in. So he and I can talk, but you are the one who's experiencing this, and your peers, your friends, at school.
Absolutely.
So Raymond, would you like to ask Saifullah any questions coming from someone who's in a high school and know the challenges overall?
Hey, for me, I'm always reading and asking these questions. What's the magic that you used what made you successful, and what are the strategies that worked for you? I think that is what I take that and I use it for my next cohort of learners. So I'd like to hear what you have to say.
I think it's actually, studying of all the work, and then, the government gives us just-in-time booklets. Those booklets are really helpful, as when you actually do those examples books, and when you write the paper, it's exactly same as what's in the book. And I see that's like the best thing to do. And then the second thing I would like to say that is making dua and prayer and relying on God to help you actually to pass the exams. And that's what motivates me and keeps me on. And that's what strategies I use to study.
Yeah. Do you know, you wrote maths paper. What did you think? The mathematics paper.
It was bad.
It was bad.
Very
bad. Yeah. Raymond, do you think anything's going to come out of it?
So, yeah.
The mathematics paper. Are they going to just give everyone marks?
No, the assessing body, the powers that be will look at it, and learners will not be disadvantaged. So there should not be anyone who's feeling, they've been done down. Remember, every matric learner in the country wrote the paper, so they would not disadvantage them.
Yeah.
It will balance out at the end, so they shouldn't be worried.
So rest assured, Saifullah. And Saifullah, how did you find the Afrikaans paper? That was like probably your last paper.
Yeah, the Afrikaans, the poetry section actually sent not only me, but the entire country.
Exactly. Didn't it come out earlier in a previous exam, the poem?
Came out, so we didn't learn the poem.
Yeah, I think that put everyone kind of off. And they said the paper, even like learners who were well prepared, they said it was okay. They passed, but it wasn't like easy or something like that.
Yes, it's a bit challenging.
Yeah. Raymond, why do all these matric examiners set papers like this? Gosh, what do you do, Saifullah, at this time, especially? And I know even I'm going to ask Mr. Pillay this, because you also have to relax. Saifullah, what are you doing to relax currently and reset? Because it's been kind of hectic few months, especially late nights, studying, diet, the stress, the anxiety. So how is it now? I know you are still anxious and awaiting for your results, but currently now, like, what's going on in your mind and your peers?
Probably, I'd say it's catching up on those years of sleep. So now that there's no exam, no pressure, nothing, I can sleep in peace. I can go to bed. Sleep and this is actually what's actually nice about it.
Okay. Any advice before you leave us, Saifullah, to the class of 2025, to all your peers and friends who are anxious and stressing, and everyone, family and friends are asking them, hey, your results are coming out soon. And that puts even more pressure, because like they just hope they did well, because, people want to, as you say, comparisons and compare, even if it's amongst your friends or even families, people tend to do that. What advice you have just for your peers out there, class of 2025?
I would say that they should leave all the, they shouldn't be anxious actually. They should leave this in Allah Ta'ala's hands. Allah Ta'ala can change any condition and everything. They should make constant dua, and they shouldn't be scared of anxious of the results, because whatever is meant to happen will happen.
Yeah. Saifullah, any shout out to the class of 2025 in Orient before?
Yes, shout out to them.
Okay. Jazakallah, thank you so much for linking up spontaneously at the very last minute. So you kind of chilled and relaxed. All the best, and hopefully, inshallah, when the results are out, you will be in studio joining us and explaining your future plans and how you feel. Jazakallah for linking up with us.
Jazakallah for the opportunity.
Yes, there was Saifullah Khan, a grade 12 learner from Orient Islamic. You know, Raymond, he's kind of cool and chilled compared to like a lot of other learners who we have spoken to. Some are very anxious. I know I had a friend of mine saying her child is more anxious waiting for the results than the results being, than writing the exams.
Yeah, you know what's the difference, Sumaya?
Yeah.
Pillay indicated that he's left it to the Almighty.
Yeah.
Prayer is important, and then I think that's very, very
Important.
the spirituality is important.
Yeah.
So it's not just they on their own. Yes, you have the Almighty, you have your family, your friends, you've been with them in school for a long time. That's a structure. And structure is important. Routine is important. It gives you some sense of security. So, yeah, and as you said, reset, renew, and rejuvenate, and be ready for
exactly
the next part of the journey.
Do we have Ghulam Mustafa online? Who do we have? Okay. Mondia Tech is going to try to also link up with another learner, grade 12 learner. Raymond, your school holidays doesn't begin because right now I know Mrs. Pillay, she was here last week for Afrikaans. She is busy marking. Have they started their marking?
Yeah, they'll be leaving this weekend.
Yeah. And where is she going to?
They're going to Pillay.
Quite far.
Yeah, they'll be marking there. So you got educators going to all over the country.
Yeah.
Trade, Escort, Newcastle, Maritzburg. So the educators leave. They said it's quite stringent. Security is quite tight. But it's long hours. But they get through it. And
is it 2 weeks or 1 week?
Yeah, it's about 10 days.
10 days. And I believe 7 o'clock, sometimes 6 o'clock, they're done in the evenings.
Yeah, if they start early in the morning, about 7 o'clock, and finish at about 5. If there are, a large number of scripts and they have to finish it, they go to 6, come back the next day and continue. So it's strenuous. It takes its toll. But I think our matric teachers, I had talked to them. They really put in their hard work, and I think that the holidays are there for them to just also to be renew and rejuvenate.
Yeah, and then after that marking, then it's like marks are released, and you will still be busy in school during the holidays.
Yeah, we start. The cohort of learners for 2025. They've now finished. They've been leaving, and now we're busy with planning for 2026. I think all schools are busy with that. Tomorrow's schedules are due in the department.
Exactly, to sign.
And that's another rigorous process in terms of promotion, progressions.
Yeah.
So after that is sorted, then reports, re-registrations. So the work hasn't stopped. It will not stop.
It continues. Never ends.
Yeah, for us to prepare well, and that'll ensure we have a successful year in 2026.
Well, we have another learner, Raymond. We have Ghulam Mustafa from Orient. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Ghulam Mustafa from Orient. Okay, I think he's kind of having some network problems. Raymond, you know, right now, the grade 12s, imagine now 12 years they've been in school. Some of them even 13 if they went to grade 00.
Yeah,
12
30.
years. Yeah. And now imagine for the first time you get up and you're considered an adult. What I mean is like, no more going back to school. You're basically in a way responsible totally for yourself.
Yes, well, that routine.
Hello?
Hello,
Every
assalamu
day.
alaikum. Sorry, Raymond, is that Ghulam
Sorry,
Mustafa?
Sorry, Ghulam.
Well, I know you've got inviting us for prayer on Sunday.
Okay. Well, did he invite us for a braai on Sunday, Raymond?
I think that's a stress reliever.
Hello?
Yeah. Yes, I think he's on another call. Yes, I think he's on another call. Maybe we can try him a bit later.
What is it?
Yeah, we can probably try this a bit later. Raymond, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know, at this point, okay, I think we'll take an ad break. Our tech is just trying to sort out the lines.
It's back. Simplex Radio's Black November sale. Bigger and better. Get your hands on the Samsung 70-inch LED TV at only 9,999, saving a massive 3,000 Rand. Plus, we'll throw in a free soundbar.
Save 2,000 Rand on the Sinotech 65-inch LED TV at only 5,999.
Sinotech 32-inch LED TV now at a bargain price of just 1,699.
And get the Hisense 43-inch Full HD Smart TV at a low of 3,499.
Deals are limited. Simplex Radio.
The name you can trust.
This December, fulfill your Umrah with Shore Mirage Travel. We have selected departure and return dates to suit you. Our packages include return flights, visas, guided support, and accommodation, so you can focus entirely on your worship from only 25,999 per person sharing. Seats are limited, so call us today on 031 208 4222 or visit www.miragetravel.co.za to secure your place. Shore Mirage Travel, your trusted partner for a blessed journey.
Every day, thousands go to bed hungry, but you can change that. With just 10 Rand, you can provide a loaf of bread. This bread is more than just a donation, it is a lifeline for so many families in need. Be part of the Al Ansar Outreach Slice of Life drive today. Call Outreach on 031 208 1601 and make a difference one loaf at a time.
The Debonair's Pizza Real Deal is bringing to you 6 amazing flavors from just 31 Rand 90. Perfect for a lunch fix between errands or a cozy moment with the family. Join me, Bibi Aminafili, on Saturday, the 6th of December from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. for our live broadcast at Debonair's Pizza North Beach, 139 Lower Marine Parade Street, where all the flavors and prices are waiting for you. Debonair's Pizza. Try something amazing.
Canute Nazila is proudly brought to you by Nona's Italian Kitchen, Strada Street Food, and the Magnum Capino Treat Store. Oh Allah, guide me and grant me well-being with those whom you have granted well-being.
اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت وقنا شر ما قضيت فإنك تقضي ولا يقضى عليك وإنه لا يذل من واليت ولا يعز من عاديت تباركت ربنا وتعاليت.
Canute Nazila is proudly brought to you by Nona's Italian Kitchen, Strada Street Food, and the Magnum Capino Treat Store. Oh Allah, guide me and grant me well-being with those whom you have granted well-being.
Ciao, amici. Welcome to Nonna's Italian Kitchen. Here, you enter my Nonna Maria's warm embrace. Each dish crafted with love. Fresh herbs, homemade pizza and pasta. It's a family tradition. Come taste our pizza and pastas, made with the finest Italian tomatoes, stone ground flour, and local freshness. Mangia Mangia. Celebrate life and family around the table with a taste of Italy at Gateway in Mhlanga, Florida Road, Durban, and Nelson Mandela Square, Gauteng. Vi aspetto. I'll be waiting for you.
Almost 1 in 5 South African children attend school each day without having eaten breakfast. This seriously affects their ability to concentrate and understand lessons. The Al Imdad Foundation's Make Breakfast Possible campaign allows learners at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information. Radio Ansar.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to School Matters. Yes, this evening we are talking about the mental health of our grade 12 learners. We're checking in how they are doing. Online, I have the Deputy Principal of Centenary, Mr. Raymond Pillay. Raymond, we're going to listen to some voice notes.
Sure, ma'am.
With regards to my mental health during exams and after exams, honestly, during exams, I felt very overwhelmed and mentally drained. However, after exams, the pressure is obviously different. I'm more relieved. But I still have this anxiety about my results and what exactly they mean for my future. In terms of my biggest worry right now, definitely for me, results, the future. I'm thinking a lot about university, bursaries, the path that I want to take. Family expectations also play a huge role, but it's more about wanting to make them proud rather than the pressure. What I would do to relax or reset during the exam period, I tried to give myself space to breathe, and I did that by listening to music, dancing, and just trying to rest without forcing myself to think about school 24/7. Yes, I do think that I feel a lot of support by the people around me. In many ways, I do, especially from the people closest to me, like my grandmother, my mother. Sometimes the support does come with pressure, but I know that it comes from a very good place. If I could tell parents one thing about matric pressure, it would be that matric isn't only mentally demanding, it's very emotionally exhausting too. Encouragement and understanding go a long way. Sometimes we don't need pressure, we need reassurance and calm. How I would describe my matric mood in one word, it would simply be anxious. I was very, very anxious. My biggest coping tool right now would just be sleep and taking quiet moments to myself, especially sleep because I was very sleep deprived during the examination period. What advice I would give to the matrics of 2026? I would definitely say start early, stay consistent, and definitely look after your mental health. Don't wait until the pressure hits. Plan, pace yourself, and remember that there are many ways to reach your goal. 1 year doesn't define your entire future.
Hi, my name is Tristan, and comparing my mental health as to before my paper, during my paper, and after my paper, I'd say that during my paper and after my paper, I was stressed and my mental health did not improve. So when I was writing my papers during the examination, I'd always doubt myself in the way that I answer certain questions. And it did take a strain on me before the examination as well, because how am I going to go in the room and write these papers if I don't know what's coming out? As much as you can give a child revision, you don't know what the child does with the revision. You don't know whether your child is studying or whether they're revising these notes or anything of that sort. And when I was writing during that examination, that's what it felt like, the stress. And after my paper, I was still as stressed because what did I write in that paper? Did I pass? Am I getting a distinction? Will I pass with those bachelors? So after exams compared to during exams, I'd say that my mental health wasn't top notch, and advice that I'd give to people that are going to be in matric next year is that you just have to focus on what you feel. Listen to what your heart says. Don't think about it. What you feel you should study, go for it. Because not everything that you think is going to come out will come out. But you have a chance to change what your marks is like. So with that being said, my mental health hasn't been the best during and after the examination, especially before the examination. But I still pushed through, and that's the good thing.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Muhammad Saifullah Khan, and as the Deputy Head Boy and Head of Islamiyat for 2025, I would like to share my matric experience with you, the listeners of Radio Al Ansar. Honestly, my matric year was challenging, but also really memorable. We had our ups and downs, but we still found time to make memories together. Now that the exams are finally over, we can finally breathe, relax, and catch up on the years of sleep. When I look back, the moments we shared as a class are what stand out the most. The fun, the laugh, the long days, and the stress actually made this year worthwhile. And Alhamdulillah, the exam stress is finally gone. My biggest support throughout this year was definitely my parents, my friends, and my teachers. The school itself also gave us many resources and tools to help us manage stress and prepare properly, and this allowed us to have confidence in the exam. My message to the class of 2026 is that you will face challenges next year. The exams is not easy. The exams are difficult, but matric can also be one of the best years of your life. And my advice to you all is make memories, enjoy the small things in life, and above all, stay close to your friends. Most importantly, don't procrastinate. Start studying early. Matric doesn't start when the exam start. Matric starts now. Start preparing from now, and the stress will be reduced, and you will have confidence in the exam, and inshallah you will succeed in the matric exam next year. I wish you all the best, the class of 2026. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening to everyone and all the listeners. I just wanted to say my message to the matrics, it's BK from Morningside. My message to the matrics is that we've just ended one journey. It's been a long journey, 12 years to get here. And no matter what happens, good or bad, whether they get the results they had hoped for or not, but power to them because they've reached this milestone. This is not the end of one milestone, but it's the beginning of the next chapter of their lives. They must embrace it with hope, positivity, and strength, and know that they can do this. The next phase of their life will have its own challenges, but they must be proud of themselves for what they've done so far.
Yes, Raymond, we finally got Ghulam. I thought he was inviting us for a braai. Assalamu alaikum, Ghulam.
Walaikum salam.
Well, I think the gremlins were practically doing their thing. I think currently too. Okay, can you switch up the radio because there's an echo?
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's something about radio. If you're listening and you're on air and talking to us, there's an echo which comes back to us. Yes, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Like, I still have a bit of stress. Still a bit family expectations and waiting for results to come. It's
Okay.
building up.
Yeah, you're not clear at all. You're not clear at all. Okay, instead of continuing and not being clear, quickly, just a message, shout out to your peers of 2025.
Yes, the people that were helping us, and especially other peers which have the last minute classes that helped quite a lot in for the exams.
Okay. Are we gone clear? What you think? Okay, we're not clear. Ghulam, definitely our next show when we're having our matric learners, you will be connected and probably in studio with us. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yeah, unfortunately, we could not link up with Ghulam. Just the lines were not clear. First time, Raymond, we thought it was him. I think he forgot they were talking about a braai. We need to find out where's that braai happening. Teachers need to de-stress. Do you know, gosh, this is silly season, and not only for the learners and the children, it's also for the teachers. Raymond, you are quite stressed. Educators are stressed. Management is stressed. You know, let me tell you what happened today. You know, we're doing verifications. Educators verifications. For you who's listening right now, verifications is to ensure that there's no ghost teachers. So what we have to do is we have to present our ID to the secretary, where there's some app where she takes us a picture of our face, and with our ID matching to see that it is Sumaya Khan. And we were told yesterday to bring our IDs. So anyway, I discovered this morning, oh gosh, I do not have my ID. I phoned my husband. I tell him, go and check. The ID is here. And they're saying, it's not here. I'm insisting, I'm fighting with him. So stressed. And then I realized, gosh, this morning at 6:30, I took out my ID and I put it in a separate wallet. And it's in my bag with me at school. So stress levels are, I think all of us are just going a bit crazy. Yeah, so it's not only for the learners, because I know teachers are also are waiting for this year to end. I think just to like exhale, because always December is so hectic, and tomorrow there's signing of the schedules. That's by the circuit managers. Am I correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and I think everything needs to be in order, and then only after that, then only reports can be printed. I mean, I think lots of parents and adults really don't know how it goes. Yeah, so Raymond, thank you so much for linking up with us and spontaneously advice to your learners, just a shout out to the educators. Anything.
Yeah, so man, I just like to take my hat off to our parents and guardians. You know, don't underestimate your contribution to the well-being of your child. It is important. They need your support. You heard many of our learners. Their support structure, an important part is you. So just be there for them through the thick, then their successes. Just support them. In terms of our learners, continue to persevere, be diligent, be determined, you'll reach your goal. I want to take this opportunity, Sumaya, wishing the class of 2025 all the best on your journey ahead. It's not easy, but keep your wits around you. Do your research. Do not part with your parents' money and waste that money on institutions that they do not exist. Do your research and make sure you qualify, and then you can reach your goal in terms of career. So my parting shot is: you work hard. Do not stress now. You will achieve success.
Raymond, definitely. Thank you for that motivation. And definitely, when the results are being released, you know, you are invited with your learners. And the Radio Al-Ansar School Matters, when we have the matric ceremony, it's not only for top achievers, it's also for that learner who, works so hard. If you recall, last year we had a learner who failed about 6 times and made it the seventh time. Yeah. Well, yeah. Raymond, thank you so much for linking up with us, and all the best to you.
Thank you so much, Sumaya. All the best to our grade 12s and the parents and our educators. We'll look for the grade 12.
Okay, yes, that was the Deputy Principal of St. Henry, Mr. Raymond Pillay, giving his words of advice. As we wrap up tonight's School Matters, a gentle reminder to our matrics, your results do not define your worth. This waiting period is tough, but you are stronger than you think. Parents, keep supporting and comforting your children. Your calmness is their strength. I'm Sumaya Khan. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, take care, stay positive, and remember your mental health matters. Assalamu alaikum.
الحمد لله لا إله إلا الله والله